Warning, the Stone Age Gamer includes a lot of bad language. Cover your mother***ing ears.
Good evening and welcome to the Stone Age Gamer Podcast. I am still Kris Randazzo, and joining me tonight is Terrified Amphibian with a damn fine internet connection, Dan Ryan.
Yeah.
It's the end of June.
Yep.
It's the end of June. It's the end of my 30s, which means it's once again time for the 10, 20, 30, 40. Prepare yourself for the Turbo Tunnel, because the Stone Age Gamer Podcast starts now.
That sounds threatening and sexy, which is how I like it.
Hi everyone, this is episode 364. It's the week of June 25th, 2021, and yes, this is our second time around. But we had some internet troubles. There's a very funny, amusing start to this episode that was just, we couldn't hear each other at all. It was great.
Yeah, it was excellent.
No.
We'll put that on the end. That'll be the stinger reel.
Yeah, and just tack that right on the end so people can get frustrated along with us.
just get angrier and angrier. Start punching orphans.
So, Dan, I want to hear what you've been up to, but while you're doing that, I'm going to continue to have on this video of the guy that's braiding the salmon, because somebody's apparently going to braid salmon like a challah bread, and I just don't know why you would even think to do that, but he's working on it. He's preparing the fish. He's poking it right now. It's something. So what you been up to, huh?
I
was braiding salmon the other day.
I was braiding salmon the other day. So I was out salmon fishing the other day, and I thought to myself, that shit needs to be braided. Why has no one ever done this before?
I like challah bread, but I wish it was made of fish.
It's just... Oh, it's fucking dumb, man. Why would you do that? I'm positive you don't need to be doing that right now. Whatever you're doing that for, sir or madam. I don't want to assume gender here.
It's a guy.
I knew it was. There's no woman on the planet who's like, I'm going to waste my fucking time braiding this salmon. Oh God, no.
Well, he's doing it.
Good for him.
The braiding is happening now. All right, so now what?
Living the dream. Yeah, what happens next?
He's using a toothpick. He's using a toothpick to hold together, and then folding the ends, just like you would with a braided challah. All right.
Okay.
So now it's just this knotted fish meat. Oh, now he's out there with his charcoal grill. All right.
Okay.
He's grilling the whole thing, and
I mean, is there?
Wow.
Did he give a reason at the beginning of the video?
I don't know. I'm not listening to it. It's on mute. I'm listening to you.
Oh, sure. No, I just maybe put closed captions on or something.
It's got some closed captions on, but can words really do this justice? This looks terrifying. And now he's putting everything seasoning on it.
No. No.
I am sending you a picture of this. Wait a second.
Hard pass.
Because he just took a picture of it next to a loaf of challah bread. Oh my God.
Look what I did. This is fucking great.
Look, I did this on purpose.
Look at me.
I gotta get that. Here we go. All right, there it is. All right, I'm sending you this screenshot, and then I'm going to turn this off because I need this out of my life as soon as possible. But you also need to know about it.
I'm not looking at it until we take a break. So, because you know me, you know where that goes. It's going to be 25 minutes. So I'm just not prepared for that right now, Kris. So a couple weeks ago, they put out the PS5 native update for Star Wars Fallen Order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we jump back into that, and that game's really good. Really good. I got my double-bladed lightsaber, which makes me really happy. I have a double-bladed orange lightsaber, and it really just is. It's Uncharted with lightsabers. And, I mean, what more do you need, right? It's beautiful.
There any braided salmon?
There's a ton. It is lousy with braided salmon.
Oh my god, he's he sliced the braided salmon, and now he's making a sandwich out of the challah bread, and he's putting the braided salmon on it.
I hate this guy. I hope all the bad things in the world happen to him and nobody else.
Oh god.
Fuck that guy.
This is so perverse. I can't look away.
It's the most violent,
put
vile...
capers on it too.
Ew, no. Capers and challah bread? Like, I like capers, I like salmon, I like challah bread. I do not like those three things together.
Oh, but he didn't put a second slice on top. He just made it like a stack of shit on top of a piece of bread.
Like an
that's over.
An open face braided salmon challah caper sandwich?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I hope all the bad things in the world happen to him and nobody else.
That's not okay.
No. So anyway, Uncharted with lightsabers, it's really good. The PS5 update was really nice too, because like there were definitely some moments of choppiness in there where it was like, this isn't exactly optimized for this, is it? And indeed it wasn't. So now that they put out that update, it's been running much, much smoother. So I've been trying to jump into that in between, like the show and pad and all of that, and making my way through all of the different challenges and different stuff. Like this past week, there was a challenge that came out for Dave Parker. Now, I know how big of a Dave Parker fan you were back in the day, Chris.
I absolutely know who you're talking about.
100% you do. He's the Cobra, man. And,
Cobra!
Yeah, exactly like that. They did it every time he came up to bat. It was crazy. The G.I.
He's a
Joe
baseball player. Okay, got it.
Yeah, he's a baseball player. He played for the Reds.
Clues.
I said the show. He played for the Reds. He played for the Pirates. And then he played for my favorite team of all time, even though I am a Yankees fan. I think we've talked about this before. Like my very, very favorite team of all time is the 1989 Oakland A's, the team that won the World Series. Jose Canseco, Mark McGwire, Dave Parker, Dave Stewart, fucking Ricky Henderson. It was an amazing team. I was 9 years old. Jose Canseco had fucking tree trunks for arms. It was incredible. Like I just absolutely loved it. So when they bring back these legends and it's like, all right, go and recreate all these moments with these players, it's like, oh fuck, it's Dave Parker. That's so awesome. And, like, the commentary is really silly. Like, he'll come up to the plate and Matt Vasgersian, as it were. He'll be like, and now up to the plate, the Cobra. It's like, he's such a fucking nerd, man. I love it. It's great. But then, because I took some time off of work this past week, I decided that my daughter and I, because Penny doesn't want to do shit ever, but Katie is like, yeah, whatever, I'll hang out. Yeah, Penny's like, no, fuck, I don't want to do that. That sounds lame. I was like, Katie, we're going to play a bunch of beat-em-ups. I'm going to download them on my computer. I'm going to download MAME on my computer, and we're going to play through them. And we played through a bunch of the X-Men. We didn't finish X-Men because she wasn't loving it. We played through The Simpsons, which she just thought it was the funniest thing in the world to make Homer immortal. Like, every time she would, like, die, she would just hit the coin button, like, 50 more times. And I'd be like, hey, you can't have more than 99 lives. She was running around going, I'm immortal, heathens! Try what you would like, and just fucking talking shit to the computer. It was great. That game's so good. It's so fun. The Simpsons beat 'em up. But then, I made her play the greatest beat 'em up of all the times. Which is, of course, Chris, you know the answer to this.
I kind of don't. I'm really curious what you're going to say here.
The greatest beat 'em up of
Scott
all.
Pilgrim?
No. Arcade beat 'em up.
Oh, Final Fight?
No, not even close.
Golden Axe?
Oh, so far away.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Nope. All right. 3 strikes and you're out. The greatest beat 'em up of all time, and the reason 3 strikes and you're out is apropos for this is because the greatest beat 'em up of all time.
Super Ninja Batman or whatever that's called.
Yes. Ninja, baseball, Batman.
There it is.
Because it is Ninja, baseball, Batman. It's not baseball Batman. It's baseball Batman. And I read an interview with the American developer. His name's Devin Maniscalco, I think. I was reading a bunch of shit over the weekend about it. And he said he wanted to make a beat 'em up because he was working for IREM at the time. And he was like, I wanted to make a beat 'em up that would be really popular with American audiences. So I looked at the charts for the movies that were popular in the country when I was going to sit down and develop my idea. And the number one movie in the world was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and the number two movie was Batman. So I put those two things together and came up with Ninja, Baseball, Batman. And I was like, have you ever played Ninja, Baseball, Batman?
Oh, no, I have not. I only learned about it a few years ago, and
it is
just
so
utterly fascinated by it.
It's so incredibly good. It's so the four characters that you can pick from, you've got Jose for Jose Canseco. You've got Rhino for Rin Sandberg. Who the fuck makes a video game character after Rin Sandberg? Then you've got Roger Clemens is in there, Roger. And then you've got Straw, who's in there for Daryl Strawberry, right? So naturally, finding out that this game that I adore this game. It's a ton of fun. But then going on to find out that one of the characters is named after Jose Canseco, right there, it's the greatest game of all time. And as you make your way through this game, it just gets fucking weirder and weirder and weirder and more awesome. It is fucking 10 out of 10 stars. Love this game so much. And it's one of those things where, like, shit, dude, like, limited run games, or like somebody put this shit out, like, make this available, because in this country they sold 43 arcade units. 43.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Dude, one of these days, we will play this game together. You can come up here. I have MAME on my computer. I'll get you a fucking controller. We'll play it. And
I must have it on my Raspberry Pi. I'm sure I do.
It is unbelievable that this game only sold 43 copies. And it wasn't even a full arcade setup. It was just a board. It was a board and a marquee. And like an overlay for the fucking control panel. It's fucking stunning. This game is great. Like, the first level, you're walking through and you're fighting baseball gloves that have fucking gecko tongues, and they're walking around on like lace legs and shit, and they're spitting balls at you. And then you like a plane runs you over, so you go up into the plane. At the plane that I'm assuming the one that just ran you over, you go up into the plane and you can like pick up the seats and you throw them at baseball bats that are walking around, and like the end of the bat, the heel of the bat, as it were, is split into two, and they're like kind of teetering around on their little baseball bat split tiptoes while they are swinging foam bats at you. And then while you are on the plane, you fight a little plane, a smaller plane in the plane. It's fucking amazing. It's amazing. It's the best game ever made.
And it's Super Ninja? What is it?
No, just Ninja Baseball Batman.
Let's see. I just booted up my Pi. I want to see if it's on here. On the letter O. Night Warriors. Oh, wow. These are in weird orders. Ninja. What is this? Ninja Spirit? No, that's not it.
Nope, that's not it. Also a really good game.
Nitro Ball, Night Driver, Ninja Warriors, Ninja Masters, Ninja Kid, Ninja Kids, Ninja Clowns.
Getting closer. Old Ninja Clowns.
Every time I think I'm out of the letter N, then I come back to even more N stuff. Ninja Commando, Ninja Combat, Ninja Baseball Batman. There it is.
All right. I will come to your house, and you're not allowed to play it by yourself. That can't happen. That can't happen. We'll stream it. We'll do something. It's fucking incredible. It's And we're playing through the game, and the whole time Katie is going, what is happening? What is any of this? Why are we doing this? Why are these characters hitting? What? Why? This is a fever dream. Why are you making me do this?
I'm going to guess I should probably come to you because I don't think my Pi supports 2 players.
All right. Yes, you will come to me. We will play this together. I have 2 handheld fucking controllers.
It definitely it boots up. I just wanted to make sure it boots up, and
it's so good.
There's a couple of giant baseballs attacking me, and I am into this. All right, cool.
It is so good, and playing it with my kid. You know what I mean? Like it was super fun. Like I adore beat 'em ups. Right? They're some of my.
They're so great. They're just
so fun. And being able to just sit there and take some time because I had some time off of work and play through those games with my kid was just awesome. It was awesome, and she had a blast.
That's delightful. I'm looking forward to John being old enough to he's just
he's so close too. That's
so
the
close,
frustrating
right?
part.
He's getting there on so many things, but he gets so frustrated at everything, and he's just not quite there to be fun to play these kinds of games with yet.
Sure. And that's one of the things that's really fun. Like why every now and again I'll just be like, "Come on, kids, we're playing a game on MAME or whatever, or something where I have unlimited lives and we can do that kind of thing on, right? Because it didn't matter how bad or good any of us were at the game.
Yeah,
I just keep hitting that button and
keep inserting the fake coins, and you're good to go. Yeah,
and it makes so many of those older games so much fun. Because they were quarter munchers for a reason, and being able to go through and play some of these games it's just a blast, man. Loved it. So that's what we've been doing.
Nice. Yeah, I've definitely heard of this game. I've seen it talked about a lot, but I always forget it exists because it was never even remotely in my wheelhouse.
No, 43 copies in this country, man.
That's so
43.
crazy.
That's nothing.
that is absurd.
And it is I don't know if it's my favorite, but it really might be. It's that damn good. It's absurd, but it controls really well. It looks really good. All the characters animate really well. They all play, the 4 different main characters play very differently, but they're all really fun to play. It's just awesome.
I'm a Final Fight guy through and through.
I love
the original
love
Final Fight is just there's something about beat 'em ups that we talked about this a bunch when we were playing through Streets of Rage 4. There's the connecting, the actual hitting has to feel right,
Yeah.
And if you don't nail that, then your game's just not gonna work. And Final Fight just has that real good snap to all the hits that you make. So
yeah, Final Fight's got a lot of the Capcom ones did. Final Fight, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs has that one, although that one's not. It's a little slow for my taste. Alien versus Predator, which I think that was Capcom. That did the Alien the AVP beat 'em up.
Who did the AVP arcade game?
That one's really... The Punisher is really good. That one was Capcom.
Yeah, that one was Capcom.
That one's
Capcom
really good.
CP System 2.
Yeah.
The Alien vs. Predator.
Yeah. Those were all that... Man, fucking CP System 2... golden age of Capcom arcade games, right?
Man, I almost grabbed that Capcom beat 'em up bundle today. It was on sale on the Switch for $10, and
it's got what? It's got Final Fight, Captain Commando.
Captain Commando, King of Dragons,
Knights of the Round,
and Warriors of Fate.
Warriors of Fate is really good,
as well as 2 games that were previously unavailable on console: Armored Warriors and Battles. I forgot it had this many games. I should download that immediately.
Armored Warriors is really good too.
I keep
really
getting this confused with that one that was released on, what was it, PS3 and 360? That was just Final Fight and something else.
Oh yeah, it was Final Fight and
maybe
just Captain Commando, I think.
Was it
was
Captain
just
Commando?
those two. I think so.
PS3 Final Fight. This is going to drive me nuts.
It was like the Capcom Arcade Bundle or something like that.
The Final Fight Double Impact. What else was
Double
on
Impact. That's what it was.
Give me more information. Final Fight.
I should know that. I just listened to the whole Retronauts that they did on Final Fight a little while ago, which was really good.
But what the hell was the other game on it? This is going to drive me crazy. Final Fight Double Impact. Because I feel like the other game wasn't, like, amazing or something, or it was just something that wasn't as obvious. Why can't I find a goddamn description for this?
Captain Commando is pretty good. I think that was the other one that was on there.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about that is a Magic Sword.
Oh, Magic Sword. Yeah, I don't love that one.
Is Magic Sword on that other bundle?
Maybe.
I just said it a minute ago, and now I can't remember.
No, it's not.
Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle does not include Magic Sword.
No.
How interesting that they would not include that when they previously bundled it with it. Either way, this is a better setup. I mean, just Final
the
Fight,
Beat 'em
Captain
Up bundle
Commando,
is
King
great.
of Dragons, and Knights of the Round. That's...
Yeah, and Warriors of Fate is really, really good if you've never played through
yeah, I've
it.
never played that
It's
one.
Really good. All right, so what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to pick, like, a couple days in a row, and we're going to have to do a Mania. I don't know if we're going to do it in May or not, but we're going to have to do a Mania on beat-em-ups, because we can definitely get 64, but we're going to have to play through them again, and, like, I don't know, this is going to have to be a big undertaking.
It is, and I'm
Maybe
okay with that.
maybe we will have to do it next May, because this is a big undertaking.
I am into that idea.
All right,
we could
love
definitely get that many beat-em-ups going on. I mean,
100%.
Especially if we start including different versions of, like, the NES Turtles 2, the arcade game, and the actual Turtles 2 arcade game.
Right, or Final Fight Guy, or Mighty Final Fight. You know what I mean?
Mighty Final Fight Guy is not different enough, because that's literally just Final Fight, except with Guy instead of Cody.
I mean, no, you're not wrong. Mighty Final Fight, that game's fucking...
That is a different animal. That'll totally fit. All right, well, that's fun. That's exciting, and I'm totally going to, spend more money that I shouldn't be spending. I've been on a buying spree lately.
Fucking play the shit you have first. Don't go.
But there's
don't buy
so much
yet.
shit on sale.
I know, but it's your birthday. Chris, you're
I'm
not
not
allowed
buying anything for my birthday that anyone's going to buy for me.
You don't know. You're
I
not
guess
allowed
that's
to buy presents before your birthday.
Fair enough. But I have.
I know. Stop it, you fucking dick. All these things that you're going to talk about, these were all things I was going to buy for you and bring to your house, and now I can't.
Certain that they're not.
No, all of them were. Oh, the other fucking thing, too, real quick, before you talk about whatever you're going to talk about. We switched our cell phones recently over to Verizon. And switching over to Verizon... which they don't fucking figure this internet out. One of the perks of switching over to Verizon was we got a year of Apple Arcade free. So I downloaded 3 games from Apple Arcade, and I've only started playing one of them, and I started it for like 5 minutes, but then I had to go do something else, and I haven't been able to get back into it. But I downloaded Game Developer Story, which I've heard good things about and wanted to check out. So that was on Apple Arcade. Cozy Grove, which is that game that just came out for Switch, the kind of like spooky Animal Crossing kind of thing.
Okay.
That looked... Yeah, we talked about it a few weeks ago. And Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, so I started that. I got like 5 minutes into it. But then I had to buy a fucking battery for my car, and like that was turned into a fucking 13-hour epic journey today. I was pain in my dick. Yeah, so that was all. So I literally have spent like just the first little bit of Claire de Lune going through it, and I was like, yeah, this is fucking dope. I want to like actually spend some time with this. So, but all of those were on Apple Arcade, and I was like, all right, that's fucking cool.
What a great game. I love that one.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Based on your recommendation alone, I was like, I will definitely check this out. And I'm also really, really excited to check out this Cozy Grove thing. Like, spooky Animal Crossing I can get into, I think.
Well, keep me posted.
We'll do. I mean, next week it's just going to go back to padding the show. It's pretty good. It's a good baseball game if you like it.
Oh my god! All right.
Anyway, so what you got?
Well, as I want to do, I just came across a set of decals for the Switch.
Nice.
Where you can put detail. I didn't get these yet. I literally just came across them. Where you can put a decal on your Switch itself to make it look like a waffle, and then you can put details on the dock to make it look like a toaster.
I mean, why wouldn't you do that?
That sounds wonderful.
That sounds like some shit I had to do, so I did it.
Let's see. So the world has changed since last week.
Well, 2 weeks since we've talked about this. Because last week was just Nintendo.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, the world has changed for Metroid fans in the last week. It is not the same world that we lived in before. Apparently, Metroid Dread is targeting very well. Obviously, lots of pre-orders are selling because of scalpers, but it was the number one pre-order on GameStop last week.
Oh, that's awesome!
And it charted in like the 20s or so. It charted really high on Prime for like one day, and then it maintained like somewhere around the 20s, I think, that is really good for Metroid. The Metroid franchise hasn't sold more than 1 million since Prime, the first one on GameCube.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
I think the highest selling one was probably the original one for NES. If I'm not mistaken, I don't remember. I don't have the info in front of me. I should probably pull it up, but I'm too lazy. But either way, it was the first two were probably the highest selling in the series. So if if Dread can hit like 3 million, which is pretty doable on the Switch, if it can get that kind of a sales, that's really good for this franchise. But even regardless of that, Nintendo changed their icon on Twitter to Samus for a day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They've been posting about it constantly, and every time I open Twitter, there's tons of fan art and people talking about which game should I start with. I've never played Metroid before. I'm gonna dive into this franchise and see what's what because Dread looks super cool. I'm just my heart
start
is
at the
full.
beginning, man. Start at the beginning.
Yeah, and that's the conversation. Like, what's the best way to do that? Like, I want to start with Zero Mission, but what's the best way? Well, if you have a Wii U, if you don't have a Wii U, because who has a Wii U, and then do you have a Game Boy Advance? Play it on there, emulate it somehow. Like, but the conversation is there. It's all over the place, and it's super cool. It's just bringing me lots of joy, except for when I occasionally jump in and feed the trolls, because there's every single post without fail. Every single official post about Metroid Dread, the first comment is always some jackass saying, "Looks like a mobile game," or "This looks like a budget title for Wii."
It just doesn't.
It really doesn't. It just doesn't. And like, I can get behind something. I can get behind maybe like it's not appealing to you or something like that. But I engaged somebody who jumped up and said, "No, this looks worse than Shadow Complex did on 360." And I'm like, okay.
Now,
I just refreshed myself. I went back and I looked at a video of Shadow Complex, and that is false. This does not look worse than
it doesn't.
that. And he said, "Yeah, it does. You look at the remake of Shadow Complex." Hey, put those goalposts back where you found them, sir, because you didn't say the remake. You said the 360 Shadow Complex. He's like, no, this looks worse. This actually looks worse than Bloodstain did before the update on Switch. I'm like, no, it doesn't.
No,
I'm sorry.
That's just categorically false.
Exactly.
You're arguing in bad faith.
I'm all about the whole, art is subjective thing. Maybe this doesn't look good to you, but if you're going to compare those two, just say this looks worse than that. I'm sorry, it doesn't. This runs at a silky smooth frame rate. It's got lots of detail. I don't know, whatever. It's not even worth it. I don't feed the trolls. I'm just reveling in all the joy. In all the joy. Well, yeah, I mean, there's lots.
There's so much to be excited about with that franchise, right? And there's always going to be some just I just don't get it. I really don't.
There's just people out there who want to piss everybody off. If it's not the latest, just like we were talking about last week with the Ratchet and Clank, the plants don't move.
Yeah, come on, man.
Are you for real? That game looks breathtaking. That game is just stunning to see in motion. I'm sorry the leaves don't wiggle when you get close to them. I'm so sorry that that's your breaking point. And somebody pointed out in Metroid Dread that Samus's foot animations, typically speaking, when you're animating a foot on a character like that, the polygons just fold in on themselves around the ankle.
Yeah.
And they don't do that. They actually designed the footwear. There's this extra panel that shifts and moves when her feet move. Her suit has an insane attention to detail, and there's no weird polygons folding in on themselves. Such an amazing amount of thought went into the way Samus moves. That's crazy awesome to me.
You know what really started, really just solidified it for me. Not started, but really solidified the don't feed the trolls, the haters, as it were. When WandaVision first came out, we started watching the Screen Crush stuff after each episode of WandaVision. Here's all the Easter eggs and shit that you might have missed in WandaVision.
Yeah.
And I consider myself to be pretty fucking knowledgeable about comic book shit, right? Just in general, there's not much that somebody brings up with comic books and I'm like, no information on that. Never clue.
Even heard of that before.
Never even heard of, have no idea what you're talking about, don't know any of the creators who worked on that very rarely happens. I try to keep a wide breadth of knowledge, as it were. And then I watch some of these fucking Easter eggs and shit that you missed in the episode. And I'm like, dear God, the attention to detail that the people that are working on these shows are putting into little tiny things in the background that you wouldn't even notice if you don't pause it and specifically look for it. Names of people in the credits of the TV show were names of comic book creators or people that worked on things. Just all of this crazy little stuff in the set design and the production design. And I was like, man, I consider myself to be pretty knowledgeable, and I missed most of that. I'm never going to question the integrity of these developers in this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These guys are out here doing things like the plants don't move. Eat a bag of dicks. What is wrong with you? Just enjoy shit, man. These people are putting their heart and souls into stuff with stuff that you never even notice. They care about every little detail. That's the thing I think that drives me nuts about it, is that I imagine the person sitting there saying the flowers don't move is really indicating that the people working on the game just didn't care enough to make the flowers move, and
that's because that's always the assumption. The assumption is always
they
that
just
they're
didn't
lazy,
care enough.
Lazy developers. Don't you just love hearing that? Oh, they're so lazy.
It just couldn't be further from the truth. I don't know how to make video games, but I know that it's damn hard. And it's fucking time consuming. And it just
especially when you're talking about something where something with such a 3D crazy open world to it,
come on, man. To boo this man. Just God, Facebook and Twitter are the worst two things that have ever happened in the world. They really are. They're responsible. They have the potentiality for so much greatness, and it's just that fucking drunk guy at the end of the bar who can't go home with anybody. He's like, bro, these bitches were fucking ugly anyway. Get out of here. Shut up. Nobody likes you drunk ass. Go home. Carl. Fucking Carl. Anyway, I'm sorry. You were saying.
I don't even remember anymore. Yeah, so just happy to be a Metroid fan. Looks amazing, and I still can't believe it's real. But so we've been plugging away hardcore on Metroid Prime 3. That was a lot of my Father's Day. Was just sitting on my butt on the couch next to John. John's not feeling so good. Both my kids have the sniffles to start off summer vacation, which yeah, I'm super not happy about it. But I mean, they're still like they're energetic little balls of stuff, but they get kind of shitty from time to time. So
don't we all?
Yeah, that's true. So we sat there and played a bunch of Prime 3, and I'm running into all this stuff that it's weird. I am sure I knew where I stopped this game because I keep running into things that I have no recollection of at all. That they're just brand new to me. But then I'll find something later that I'm like, no, I remember doing this. Like, I remember this train. And I'm on the pirate homeworld, and I'm sure I had never been to the pirate homeworld, but then I got there, and I'm like, no, the acid rain, and there's a train somewhere on this place, too. I know I've been here before, but I don't remember any of the stuff on how I got here. Like, I'm fighting bosses I swear to God I've never seen before in my life. So I don't know what happened with me in Prime 3. I really don't, because all this stuff is super cool. So I have no idea what really made me stop. I wish I could jump on a time machine and figure this out. But either way, I fought something called a Metroid Hatcher, which I am positive I've never seen before. And then I did an escort mission, which was super cool because like it wasn't like you do an escort mission like here's a thing or a person and you got to keep this safe while it's moving from point A to point B. And they're like, you got a team of 12. You only need 4 of them to live. You need 4 of these bomb squad dudes to blow up this door. Just keep 4 of them alive. That's all you got to do. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm keeping all of them alive.
I'm getting everybody.
I lost. So it was what is it? We started with 12. And I finished with 9, so I felt pretty good about myself. But like, it's just this whole team, and they're out there, and they got guns too. They're fighting and stuff, but they're like, Samus, we need you because you're you, and these guys don't have the greatest armor, so you just got to keep enough of them alive to blow up this door. And so they're out there like running around, and then I'm just out there like killing everything that I can. But there was this one room where it just flooded with space pirates, and I'm like, I'm killing tons of them. And it wasn't enough. I lost 3 guys, but they died doing what they loved. That's not too bad,
though.
Yeah, no,
they died doing what they loved.
The game's really cool. It's so different from. It's really weird seeing the evolution of this Prime series, and this has been a really fun experience for me, and really kind of like. I like how they're calling Dread Metroid 5, and they're like, nah, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Like, this is its own storyline, and this is the conclusion of that storyline. And Prime is a different storyline. It fits in, it's canon, it belongs right here.
Right.
But it really is a totally different kind of animal. Like, it's like the Mega Man spin-offs, like Mega Man Legends is part of Mega Man canon that fits in the storyline, but it's just kind of a really different game. Now, obviously, this isn't quite that different. Metroid Prime still feels like a Metroid game inherently. There's still like exploration, backtracking, all that kind of stuff. It's still that kind of a game, but with like the different characters and stuff, like there's conversations and stuff, and I don't know, all the planet hopping in this one, it's really wild. I'm really, really enjoying this game. But for my money, nothing has beaten the first Prime for me. But it's as far as the Prime games, it's the 3D games. I mean, when you get to the 2D games, it's a different animal. I think I prefer most of the 2D games over most of the Prime games overall. But I'll be really happy
I would agree with that. I think kind of full stop.
Which is going to be fun, because when it comes to August for the Metroid anniversary, we're going to do another one of those ranking episodes.
Right.
Which I'm super stoked about.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
That's going to be so much fun, because that was a lot of fun when we did it with Zelda, and I want to do that with more game franchises, because that was a blast. But yeah, no, Metroid Prime 3 is going great. We're almost done. And I know we're almost done because John keeps asking me to update the Metroid playlist for him to listen to all the music, and we're almost out of songs. So, so yeah, we're pretty much done with Prime 3, and then we're going to jump into Other M and then Federation Force, and I will have beaten every Metroid game. That was the goal. The only ones I was missing were Hunters, Prime 3, and Federation Force.
And there you go.
There we go. We're almost done. Still plugging away at Blaster Master Zero 2 when I have the time. The game's still awesome. I just finished that one planet that I loved and hated. We talked about this when the game came out.
Yeah.
The one with the that's half desert and half frozen.
Yeah.
It is such a cool concept, but I hate there's all those little things around that'll give you the one-hit kills by knocking you into the little dimensional rift things, which are super cool looking, but it's so annoying. But Blaster Master Zero 2 is really good. I also bought, so I've went on kind of a buying spree. I think I talked about it a little bit last week where I pre-ordered Prime 3. And then I also bought the Crash Trilogy, Spyro Trilogy, and what was it? Xenoblade Chronicles on the same buy two get one sale.
Which is pretty
dope. I'm pretty stoked about it. Then, what was it? Pikmin 3 went on sale for $30, but I already had that one. But then I found out Paper Mario Origami King was also on sale for $30. I was like, well, shit, at half price, I probably wasn't going to wind up buying this game ever because it was always going to be $60. But
but $30, like that's kind of hard.
I can't say no to that because I do kind of want to play that game. I just want to try it out, and $30, that's a price I'm willing to pay for it. So
yeah,
I did it. That should be arriving in the mail on Wednesday. Oh, excuse me. I also bought it was on sale Part-Time UFO. Which is, it's really cute. I played it with Karen the other day. Actually, on Father's Day, there came a point where the kids fucked off to go play on their own, and I sat down. I was like, I'm going to sit down and play a video game. She's like, do you want a partner? And I was like, as a matter of fact, I do. I'm going to turn on this game that I just bought, and we're going to play it co-op. And we did, and it's really cute. You just you're a UFO, and you come to Earth, and it causes this guy in a pickup truck to crash because you're a UFO. Yeah. And then you go and you're like, oh shit, I'm sorry, man. Can I help you clean up these oranges? And so you go and you pick up the oranges for him, and he's like, that's great. You should do this for a living. You need a job. Don't be a slacker. Get a job. Here's a newspaper and get a job. And
pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
And that's something. The game. Then you go into your living room and you've got an apartment or whatever, and you're just drinking coffee, looking at the newspaper, and you go to the one ads, and they're all about picking stuff up and putting them in places as a UFO. It's freaking weird, but it's adorable. I love it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's just pretty solid. Let's see. We're still playing 3D World, which is surprising me because I thought for sure that everyone was going to be way too frustrated by now, and they're cool with it. We're dying a lot, but it's everyone's still having fun, so we're going to keep playing it. Because I love that game, and I'm probably the most frustrated at all of them right now because I'm like, no, you've got to stop, please stop. Don't go forward. Don't use all the no more power ups. All right, fine, that's fine. Everything's fine. We're good.
No, it's good. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah,
I just keep convincing myself. It's like I've already beaten this game. Just let them have their fun. It's good. Fine. No,
it's fine. They can play it however they want. Don't not like that. No, don't go over there. Wow, you jumped off the thing.
Ellie's in a bubble 90% of the time, and then we get to the midway point. It's like, I want to get the midway point, and she pops out of the bubble, gets the midway point, then jumps off a cliff. I'm like, all right, cool.
No, that's good. That's
okay. Yeah, no, it's awesome. Oh, I want one of the cat power-ups. Here you go, Ellie. Right off a cliff. Well, I didn't need that power-up.
No, that's how you're supposed to play the game.
I love it.
To be fair, she's probably as good as I am. So, yeah, I mean,
oh boy.
Yeah, I wish I was kidding.
But they're all having so much fun. They legitimately ask to play it every night. So, do we have time to play Mario? Watch your Justice League first.
That's right.
we're watching Justice League after dinner, and then with the remaining time before bedtime, we're playing 3D World. So. We've just made it to Justice League Unlimited. I'm so happy. It's wonderful.
Very nice. That reminds me real quick. The other game that we played, just real quick before you finish.
Can I finish? All right, I'm finished.
We decided Sunday nights was going to be family game night.
Nice.
So we started it this past week with a game we just haven't had time to really sit down and play it since Katie got it for her birthday. So almost a full month later because we're terrible parents. But we got Cards Against Humanity, the Family Edition, and it was goddamn standing.
Fantastic.
It was so like me.
So it's better than apples to apples, because I just thought that's what that was.
Yeah, it's like, it's still super gross and like super funny and borderline not okay for like the 12-year-olds, but they had an absolute blast. It was so much fun. It was just me, Tiff, and the girls. And we just sat there and played Cards Against Humanity for like an hour. It was fucking great. It was awesome. Anyway, on with the chlorophyll.
Boy, let's see. Right before the show, I noticed that Creature in the Well was on sale for $7.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
That's been on my list for a while. Every now and then when the kids go upstairs, start getting ready for bed, I'll just go to the eShop and check my wish list to see if anything's on sale. And I was like, oh, that's going to do it for me, because I really want to try that game out. So, there we are. And then awesome. I had a fun, weird story that was actually tangentially related to Metroid. So my wife, Karen, she is involved.
My wife. That was very Borat of you.
Why, thank you.
I think
I was going for it.
Your impressions are so spot on.
My impressions are dope.
They are hot fire.
Nailed it.
Oh, it was so authentic. Everybody's going to be like, that guy is so cool. Do you hear the way he said dope? Just rolled right off the tongue. It's perfectly enunciated, which is weird, but I'm for it. Dopa.
So she's part of this like local moms club, and recently like a month or two ago, we went to one of the kids' birthday parties. Like, there was it wasn't the birthday party, it was Easter. That's when it was. It was like one of the moms was hosting an Easter egg hunt in her backyard.
Way different. Yeah.
And she wanted me to come along because one of the moms has like a 13 or 14-year-old daughter. I think she's 13. I don't know. Whatever. It's a preteenish daughter who's like super into The Legend of Zelda. And she was like, I've told her about you and she wants to meet you. Like, okay. So like I went to this party.
That's a weird setup, Karen.
It was very strange.
Just putting that out there. That's weird. A little bit.
So I was at this Easter egg hunt thing, and eventually I wound up talking to this girl, and she's pretty cool. Like, we were just talking about she's got like a short stack of Switch games. We were talking about stuff. Her favorite games are Metroid and Zelda. I'm like, all right, this is cool. So there was a play date because the mom has a much younger daughter that's like the same age as Ellie. So there was a play date at our house the other day.
Oh.
And so the older daughter came and she brought her Switch and whatnot, and eventually Karen told her that the basement existed. So she came down here and just kind of marveled for a while I was trying to work and everything. And so I wound up just talking to her for a while and just like, picking off games off the wall and talking about them. And she's asking, oh, what's this one? Or do you have Metroid Fusion? And blah, blah, blah. And I wound up... we were looking at the 3DS games, and we brought up Samus Returns. And I was talking about that game and how I thought it was really, really good, and she hadn't tried it yet. And I said the only thing that bothers me about it is that there's a handful of content that's locked behind Amiibo, but I don't have that thing, and it's super expensive now, that Amiibo adapter, because I don't have a new 3DS. I just have a 3DS XL, so you had to have that little like white disc thing. The one that I have has the 3D, the fucking Amiibo shit on it. Yeah, you have a new 3DS, right?
Yeah,
or a new 2DS or whichever one it is.
No, I have the whatever the 3DS is with the little fucking nubby do.
Yeah, that's the new 3DS.
Yeah.
God, so I don't have one of those.
Nintendo.
And I was like lamenting that I've never tried the stuff that's locked behind the Amiibo, even though I have the Amiibo and I have the game and I have the 3DS. Right. I just have the damn reader. She's like, I have the reader. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah, I'll lend it to you. No big deal. I'm like, okay, cool. Expecting to never see it because, like,
right. When am I
going to see this teenage girl again?
Yeah.
And it was fine. But then later that day, she came and dropped it off in my mailbox.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That was awesome. And so I booted it up, and I unlocked all the hidden content in Metroid Samus Returns, which is super cool. You can play in an ultra hard difficulty level where it's called fusion mode. Yeah, no, I don't want to. I'm not going to do it, but I just tried it out because you play in the fusion suit. I just wanted to see what it looked like. Cool. It was super cool. It was kind of like in Metroid Prime where you unlock the fusion suit. It doesn't make canonical sense in any way, shape, or form. But that's fine. It's cool. So, and I played it for like a minute, and then one of the random enemies killed me. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I am too old for this level of difficulty.
That's right.
Hanging out. And there's a bunch of like art gallery stuff too. Like there's all this like art gallery stuff from the original Game Boy Metroid 2, which was awesome.
That's very cool.
It's very cool. I'm super glad that she lent that thing to me. That was awesome. I'm also like still somewhat pissed that content is locked behind Amiibo, and even if you have the Amiibo, there's no guarantee you'll be able to do it, because besides you, who the fuck has a new 3DS?
That's a fair point. That is a fair point. You better give that kid something now.
I don't know what, but I'm gonna make it up to her.
You have to give her something.
I'm gonna give her that back for sure, but yeah, I'm sure I can come up with something in my collection that I can give to her.
I'm sure you have like an extra fucking Nintendo and some Zelda games you can throw her away. Like, you know what? You don't have this.
She was drooling over my copy of Jurassic Park for Super Nintendo because she didn't know it existed, and she was going to talk to her dad about getting it on their Super NES Mini because they have their hacked Super NES Mini.
Yeah,
I think I have an extra copy of Jurassic Park, so I think I'm just going to give it to her for funsies.
There you go. Put it in a frame.
There you go.
I was thinking about that the other day. I'm trying to figure out a way to make some frames for video games to display for like people who don't have boxes and shit, like different ways. I don't know, fucking whatever you guys listen to on Friday, because you all listen on Fridays because you're wonderful people. Put some shit in the Discord. Like, what would you want out of a frame if somebody? Because I have tools, I can make shit.
There's a bunch of them out there.
Yeah, I know, but they're lame, and I want to do better.
There's this one Shadow Box one that I really like that uses magnets and stuff, but I don't want to put my Famicom Disk System games in there because, magnets.
That's a bad idea. That's what I'm saying. Like, that is a bad idea. So, fucking put some shit on the Discord when you guys hear this, and, like, I'll try and mock something up this summer and see if I can't. I've got a router, I've got bits, I've got wood. Start carving some shit out. Would be dope.
Nice. Yeah, I really want to. I finally put together the last pieces of what I was trying to collect with I got my Famicom copy of Donkey Kong in the mail last week.
Oh, nice.
So now I have, complete Donkey Kong, Super Mario Brothers, Zelda, Kid Icarus, and Metroid. Those 5 original Japanese versions, and I want to frame them because I have no need to play them, but I also want the frame to be accessible because the instruction manuals are fascinating.
Right,
I can't read them, but all the artwork inside of them is so wild to see. So I want to still be able to access this stuff, but I also think it would make a really cool presentation to have those framed and up on a wall somewhere, but haven't really figured it out yet. So you figure it out, you let me know.
All right.
Okay, oh my god, it's 10 o'clock. We have so much to talk about. We're going to take ourselves a quick break. When we come back, we're going to do the 10, 20, 30, 40 for, 2021, whatever the year it is. I don't know.
Yeah, years. We'll make
Jesus
it up.
Criminy, I'm almost 40 years old. Let's do it.
So close. 2 hours.
So close. Few hours. Oh my god, 2 hours. Jesus, all right, am I going to turn 40 on the podcast?
2 hours and you're dead. That's what happens.
You're listening to the Stone Age Gamer podcast from Geekade.com. Stick around. And now, here's a quick look at some of the other original content available now from our partners and Geekade.com.
First up, on an all-new Mutant Musings Evolution, Geekade's episode-by-episode podcast about the tragically canceled animated series X-Men Evolution, Patty and Jonathan discuss the Hex Factor and the 2-part finale of Season 2, Day of Reckoning. I believe is how it's pronounced. Or Reckoning. I'm not sure. Patty wants to talk about New Jersey laws, but Jonathan is only interested in learning about Dollywood because Dolly Parton. She's fucking delightful. Who reigns on Pyro's parade? Has Scott Summers made everyone who he's ever been with happy? Probably. I hear he is a tremendous lover, and those laser beams can hit places where You can find out for sure in Mutant Musings Evolution episode 12, Patty Blaze.
Remember WWE Day of Reckoning for the GameCube?
That was good. It was a good one. Yeah.
I remember the name.
It was. Had like Randy Orton on the cover. I used to play it with Lou back before he died.
Lou Beaver!
Lou Beaver! Oh,
it would be weird if you played with him after he died.
No, I used to go sit by his fucking grave and be like, hey, Lou. This got weird quick, sorry. I feel like Lou would appreciate it, though. Be like, hey, man, you want to listen to Kiss? Be like, fucking no, I don't. Stop it. Turn that off. It's ridiculous.
Lou was such a good dude, man.
Dude, he brought in a picture one day. He legitimately dressed up as Peter Chris, and I was like, you've seen Family Guy. Nobody wants to be Peter Chris, Lois. Not even Peter Chris. And he was like, I always liked him. That fucking says everything about you. Good for you.
That dude was 100% himself.
Oh my god, he was great. He was a fucking prick, but I loved him.
Fun. I love that guy.
He was.
Next, Mode from Terra Onion is possibly the ultimate accessory for the Sega Dreamcast. It allows you to play ultimate combo. Anyway, it allows you to play all your legally obtained game backups on your Dreamcast system.
Legally.
Without the use of your disk drive. Right off of a hard drive. The thing is, it requires some basic console modding work. Now, you may know that I'm not a console modder. In fact,
didn't.
You didn't? Well, I am not a console modder.
Bitch.
In fact, some consider me to be an idiot.
Yeah, that's true.
So what happens when my employer sends me a mode to install? Why, I make a video of the process, of course.
Like an idiot.
Watch my madcap adventures in opening a Dreamcast for the first time, learning what the hell a SATA adapter is, and what my poor dying Dreamcast sounded like before and after the surgery. Did anything catch fire? Find out in the Terra Onion Mode overview, available now on the Stone Age Gamer YouTube channel.
Finally. Finally. I don't know if you've heard, Chris. Metroid Dread is real.
The heck you say?
Do I ever? And that begs the question. Begs, literally, like pleading. Oh my goodness. What else are they hiding from us, those fucking dirty, dirty scumbags? This week in the gratuitous Rainbow Spectrum, Kris wanders down the rabbit hole of rumored game announcements to try and suss out what other resurrections the game industry at large could be working on behind closed doors. Was Star Fox Grand Prix ever actually real? That's how you say that, right?
Flawless.
Was Star Fox Grand Prix ever actually real? Will we ever see what Contra for 3DS was supposed to be? Is there any chance of Chrono Break actually happening in this timeline? Find out in If Dread is Real, what else are those fuckers hiding? Available now. No, just one of those. What are they hiding? Oh, because it's at StoneAgeGamer.com and they don't like our language. Ryan's a bit of a prude. It's all right. This is why he won't pay me. He's scared, coward. I love you, Ryan.
For all this great content, I'm sorry. Like 2 of the 3 things were things that I did, but Geekade content's just a little light right now.
No, whatever. It's all you. It's the Kris show. Oh, it's his birthday. It's all about fucking Kris now.
I'm like, all right, I gotta rate commercials. There's literally one thing on the site in the last week that I didn't do.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, well,
this is like when we first started the site and you were like, next on a Why I Love Wrestling, finally on Kung Fu Fridays, and it was like, go to dandoesshit.com.
Can I go to that website?
I'm sure you can, and it ain't me.
But whoever it is, they're doing shit.
But they are doing stuff.
For all this great content and more from us and our partners, be sure to keep your eyes on Geekade.com. we're back. Back.
Me and Nathan are cuddling on the inside.
So I just tried something on a lark. We were just talking about the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can do this, right? Because typically I would go upstairs, I'd get the Switch, I'd go to the eShop, I'd buy the game, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go to Nintendo.com and I'm gonna buy it digitally.
Okay.
So I went there. It was still on sale on the website. So I just bought it, and it said your download will begin automatically. So I'm wondering if when we finish the show, if I go upstairs, it'll just be on my system.
That has happened a few times on PlayStation for me. I've gotten texts from Tiff like in the middle of the afternoon of like, "Hey asshole, aren't you working right now? Why is shit downloading to the PlayStation?"
I'm working on buying this game.
Yeah, I'm working on buying this shit. Fucking question me. Paterfamilias.
Fitting this whole taco in my mouth. Anyway.
Right.
I'm into fitness. All right, let's see.
And I'll be in charge of fitness.
So we're in the 10, 20, 30, 40 here, and I didn't bring up the right notes. I mean, I did, but I forgot that like the 10 is a link, not I didn't write down all the games. So let's travel back 10 years ago to June 2011 when I was 30.
Yes, just about to be 30.
Just about to be 30.
Recording this podcast back then.
The TV right next to me was bought as my 30th birthday present. This was my present to myself. My first HD TV, and it is still kicking.
Very nice.
Weighs
as much as a house.
It doesn't have a startup screen. It's one of my favorite things about old HD TVs.
Yeah.
Because every new TV, you turn it on, it's like, Sony or Panasonic. Like, yeah, I fucking know. It's a TV. Could you turn on, please?
Could you play? I'm trying to watch a show.
Why are you booting up? Like, it's a TV. Like,
trying to watch Days of Our Lives here, you fuckers. Let's go.
TVs have startup screens now. It's completely insane to me. Anyway.
I know. It is.
Whatever. So, yeah, let's go to June of 2011 and see what did the world have in store for us. June 2011. What was I doing? We were definitely playing Days of Thunder on PSP.
Oh my god, so much Days of Thunder on PSP.
What a strange movie tie-in in 2011 for the PSP. What the hell? I
don't even know, man. Like, that movie sucks. Movie sucks hard.
All I remember about it was Tom Cruise having a wheelchair race with someone in a hospital at some point.
Rubbing his racing the fuck out of here. NASCAR is stupid. There, I said it. I hate that movie so much.
There was a Duke Nukem DS game?
Was there?
Duke Nukem
I'm sure
Critical
it's not good.
Mass came out.
I'm sure it's not good.
Same here.
Speaking of the Mummy, for Friday night movie night, because it was Dad's pick this week. We watched.
Took me a second.
We watched the connection. The Tom Cruise Mummy, which
that happened.
Isn't half bad. It's really not. But we watched the
Brent either.
That's the other part of that. We watched the Brendan Fraser one.
Oh, that's a great movie.
And they loved it. Girls loved it. That movie rules. Yeah, for like the next couple, for like all weekend, Penny was running around just yelling at Noxuna Moon. Like, all right, sweet. Movie rules. Anyway.
Oh, let's see. 3D Classics Excite Bike. That was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I love those 3D Classics games.
It's about time for a new Excite Bike something, right?
I would agree. Heartily.
Something.
They were doing they were doing fine on Wii until they, released Excitebots to no one.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like, hey, there's this game Excitebots coming out maybe someday. Look
eventually.
Over here. Like, why are you pointing away from this? This game is great. I don't know.
Because we're Nintendo, that's what we do.
That is one of the biggest friggin' mysteries to me. Like, they packaged it with the steering wheel and everything. Like, why the hell didn't they promote that game?
Yeah,
it was good.
I don't know.
Weirdos.
Yeah.
Oh, the Green Lantern movie tie-in.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I do not hate that movie as much as I should or as much as most people do. But, man, that was not a good game.
I didn't touch it because I did not like that movie.
No.
No, sir.
No.
Infamous 2 came out for the PlayStation 3. Remember
That
Infamous?
game is outstanding. It's about
Isn't
time
it?
for some more of that, too.
You're probably right. I feel like
I
that
mean-
was going somewhere. It just kind of stopped.
Well, it's Sucker Punch. So they did Sly Cooper, and they did those 4, which are all outstanding. And then they did Infamous 1 and 2, and then there's like a weird in-between one that was just a downloadable one. And then they did Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess they've been busy.
So, yeah, I mean, you can't really... They're not a big enough studio to be like, Infamous 3 and Ghost of Tsushima. We're working on them concurrently, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's pile on some Infamous, huh?
It's a
let's get
really
that coming
good
on
game.
PlayStation 5.
Did you ever play them?
I didn't. They didn't really look like my style, but I found them interesting, but they just didn't look like my flavor of thing. Speaking of which, did you look at that salmon thing?
No, I did not. I told you I'm not doing it till the end of the show.
You said you were going to do it on the break.
I know, but then I thought better of it because there would be another 25 minutes on fucking just us riffing on braided salmon. Which I know is, you gots to give the people what they want, Chris.
That's what they're here for.
That's what they're here for, is braided salmon.
You're here for braided salmon.
Oh. We didn't even get into any of the landscaping that has to be done out here. Whew. It's just
got
too hot.
plants.
It's too hot, Chris.
It is too hot. I got
Today was like Satan's sweaty asshole.
Oh,
it was
so.
awful.
It wasn't even that it was that hot. It was so muggy and
it
gross.
Just, ugh.
On,
Reminded me of being back in Florida.
Saturday, my mom on Friday, my mom came by and gave me an early birthday present of a couple of I don't remember what kind they are, but they're these like bushes because we're redoing this one side of one of our driveways because my house is my house is on the corner, and for some freaking reason it has 2 driveways. There's one teeny tiny driveway that goes up to the actual garage, and then there's this gigantic driveway that goes to nowhere. It's just like, and this part of your property is paved for some reason.
Because fuck mowing.
Because okay, but like the section next to that, I'm putting a little bit of effort into because our next door neighbors cut down all these dead trees that were hanging out over there. So no matter what I did, that was going to be ugly anyway. But now it's not.
Right. So now you have to.
Yeah. Now I have to do something. So there's all these forsythia things, you know, those plants that get all yellow and they're just nonstop pollen. So I ripped out 2 of the 4 of those because my mom gave me these 2 other bushes, and I was able to successfully plant those. And then I just because I was out there, I had a shovel. I was like, I'm getting rid of these stumps. There's a bunch of stumps in my yard, and I dug them all up. It was great.
All right then.
Anyway, it was hot.
Oh,
so We Play Motion
awful.
Came out.
Did it?
Yeah. I don't have it, and I really want it.
Okay.
Apparently the game's like, it goes for money.
Well, I'm sure you're just going to buy it and not let anybody get it for you. Prick.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I know.
It's my thing.
It's terrible. You're very hard to shop for.
That's what Karen tells me, but she nails it every single time.
Of course she does, because she actually likes you. She like puts thought and effort into it. I don't know why. I don't know why any of us do, frankly.
Speaking of I don't know why, Duke Nukem Forever finally came out in June of 2011.
Along with a 3DS game. They were like, you're getting 2 Duke Nukem games
We're
today.
We're going to Duke Nuke this up. Duke Nukem Forever actually came out. That was 10 years ago that game came out.
God, and no one cared.
The only thing to care about is just the sheer audacity of that game existing. Like, how dare you actually show up?
How dare you come out at full price? Fuck, you should just give this away to everybody.
A free prize.
For your patience.
Obviously, I'm skipping a lot of stuff because, you know, 1, we don't have a ton of time, and 2, we're in the modern era where just so much stuff comes out.
So much. Oh my
Ocarina
God,
of Time 3D came out for the 3DS.
Oh, that's nice.
That's great. That needs to get ported to a freaking television somewhere.
It does.
because they cleaned that game up quite a bit, and then they need to redo the Majora's Mask 3D so it's not broken.
So they don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Undo the bullshit you did, make it prettier.
They did a great job of making it pretty. And this is for you, Matt Flamger. Nintendo, remake Majora's Mask remake. Remake Majora's Mask 3DS. I'm asking on behalf of Matt.
The remake. Come on, Nintendo. You know you want
Seriously,
it.
I played like the beginning of it. Just it's a Zelda game. I got it. I'm not a hugest fan of Majora's Mask, but one of the things I always really had a trouble with that game was how ugly it was.
Right,
like it's so Nintendo 64. Yeah. And the 3DS one's like it's pretty nice looking, and it's like I could see myself playing through this. And then I read all about like everything past it and how broken it is. It's like all right, maybe I don't want to do this.
And the thing I think that surprises me the most about them not doing remakes, because that is a very Nintendo thing to do. Like, one, they're just leaving money on the table, and two, they could call it New Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask remake, and that's just a thing they would do. Right? You know they would.
Yeah. Yoshi's New Island. New
remake.
Pokemon Snap.
What
the hell?
New.
Let's see.
Maybe you'll meet my new girlfriend. New?
Fear 3? Remember that franchise, Fear?
Yeah, that
went away.
They were trying to make a big deal out of that. Now you just...
Beyond Good and Evil HD came to PlayStation Network.
I don't even want to ever talk about that anymore. It
No.
makes me sad.
Yeah, I really liked the first Beyond Good and Evil.
Ubisoft. Come on. What you guys doing?
Yeah.
How many Counter-Strike, or not fucking Counter-Strike, Rainbow Six games you got coming out this, like, just, come on.
Remember when that first, like, little mini teaser came out for Beyond Good and Evil, where you saw Paige and Jade, like, they were sitting on a car or something? That was the coolest thing. I was so excited about that. And then when they finally fully unveiled the game, like 35 years later at E3, and I was like, what the hell is this? This has nothing to do with why we liked the first game.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Yeah.
New Beyond Good and Evil.
The only other thing worth mentioning here is that apparently on June 30th, for iOS, something called James Pond and the Deathly Shallows came out.
Oh, nope. Not a chance.
I did not know that there was an exclusive iOS James Pond game. I have to know about this.
Oh, let's see. Let's pull up the old App Store. It's not on Apple Arcade, I'll tell you that much.
So I'm up on the Wikipedia page for it. There's almost no information, but the reception says, reception of the game has been largely negative. Jim Sterling of Destructoid.com scored Deathly Shallows 1 out of 10, saying, "It is clear that those behind the game know what a useless waste of time it is, and awkwardly glued the James Pond name to it in order to con fans."
Ooh, that sucks. It is not even on the App Store anymore. So I am so far down in the App Store that I am at Las Vegas Frenzy Casinos something or other.
I want to see some gameplay.
Mr. Spy 3D, Creepy Night Slots Frenzy. See, if it was Creepy Night Sluts Frenzy, I'm way more into that idea.
James Pond and the Deathly Shallows. So, I mean, wow, this looks awful. I am impressed that they like kind of used his original face more or less. Can I hear it? What does it sound like?
I can't imagine great.
It's almost like it's a Flappy Bird clone.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, that's terrible, and I must have it. So that's going to wrap up 2011. 30 years ago.
Not a huge. I mean, Majora's Mask remake is that's
the
kind of a big
Time
deal.
3D was,
or Ocarina of Time. I mean,
Ocarina was a big deal. I'm sure we mentioned something else that was kind of a big deal. It was pretty cool.
Well, Duke Nukem coming out. That actually, like, as much as we're shitting on it,
it was
as much as everybody else shit on it. It was a huge deal that came out. Like, it was this joke forever.
Yeah, it was like the vaporware, and then all of a sudden, no, never mind, it's real.
Nope, here it is. Thanks, Bethesda, or whoever the fuck did it. Or Gearbox, I don't even remember.
And you can't overlook Days of Thunder for PSP.
No, huge, seminal, seminal title. Really reignited my passion for racing games, Chris.
And Tom Cruise in handheld form.
I'm halfway there. Say his name again.
No, let's travel. Just wait for it. It's gonna happen when you least expect it. When you least expect it, I'm just gonna say Tom. I'm not gonna finish it now.
Oh, shit.
Keep waiting for it.
Gross.
Anyway, let's go 20 years in the past. God, this is getting uncomfortable. Let's go 20 years into the past to June 2001. This is weird thinking about what was going on in my birthday months, 10, 20, 30, and 40 years ago.
Yeah, when you turned 20.
What was going on in the world of gaming when I turned 20? We had the launch of the Game Boy Advance.
Oh, that's kind of a big deal.
That was
people like that system.
Yeah, that's pretty snazzy. Let's look at this launch lineup. This is a pretty solid lineup here. You had Iridium 3D, Ready to Rumble 2, the mind-bending Tony Hawk 2.
Yeah.
That was crazy, but I'll blow through the list. Pinobi, GT Advance, Namco Museum, Konami Crazy Racers, Fire Pro Wrestling, Super Dodgeball Advance, Army Men Advance, Earthworm Jim, Rayman Advance, Choo Choo Rocket, Super Mario Advance, Castlevania Circle of the Moon, and then not at launch, but still in that month, F-Zero Maximum Velocity.
What a lineup.
Damn. I mean, let's start with that Tony Hawk game. Because that was some mind-bending shit right there. Yeah. That was
no reason it should have worked as well as it did. Looked as good as it did.
It was so clever that they made, because the character was so small, they made him out of polygons with no textures.
Yeah.
And it worked, because he was so small you didn't need the detail. And it looked so good, and the game felt really good to play. And I'm not even a Tony Hawk expert or anything. I'm barely a Tony Hawk anything, but I played a little bit and understood, this is great. This is legitimately great. That was such a cool launch title.
Yeah, I mean, and not even that, dude. Circle of the Moon?
Come on. My God. I mean, seriously, I bought on day one with mine, I bought Circle of the Moon, I bought Super Mario Advance because I love Super Mario Brothers 2 so much, and to have a new version of it with actual new content added, it was a really weird remix to that game. That was cool.
Yeah, it's good though.
Except the voices.
Yeah, well,
the voices were totally unnecessary. Super Dodgeball Advance, I played so much of that game.
That game is out fucking standing.
And I wasn't actually, I never got into the NES Super Dodgeball. Everyone always told me I needed to play that game, and I never was able to get into it. So I tried the Game Boy Advance one, and I put hours upon hours into that game. I loved it. And eventually I've gone back to the NES one and played a little bit of it, but the Game Boy Advance one has that nostalgia factor for me. I just loved it.
Yeah, and I know you're not big on modern wrestling games, but Fire Pro is so fun.
Was that the first US Fire Pro release?
I think so. There might have been one for PS2. Or no, there was there one for Super Nintendo? I don't know if that one came out in the US. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm curious because this one's just called Fire Pro Wrestling, and it makes me wonder what was the wow. Oh my God, the first Fire Pro Wrestling came out on my birthday in 1989.
No shit.
First release, Fire Pro Wrestling Combination Tag, June 22nd, 1989. That's so cool.
It's a great game.
What was the first US release?
I think you would dig Fire Pro.
I do. What was it? When the PS2 version that came out, one of my people who worked in my store at the time imported it, and we played it in the store a whole bunch. We all made ourselves as characters. No, he made all of us as characters in astonishingly good fashion, I must say. And we played a bunch of them in the store. The
Creator Wrestler is deep in that game. Shockingly deep.
What was the first Fire Pro Wrestling in the US? I can't figure this out. Human Entertainment. And then Spike Games took over. Super Fire Pro Wrestling, Super Fire Pro 3, Fire Pro Women. Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't figure this out. It was the first time I had ever seen that title in America, but whatever. Good times.
Good stuff.
And yeah, I think that's all that I really played most of at launch besides F-Zero Maximum Velocity. I was super into that one too. That was great.
Yeah, that one's really good.
I miss F-Zero.
Needs to come back, man.
It really does, and maybe it will next year. Metroid Dread's real. Anything's possible.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So let's see, what else was happening in that month? Besides, I mean, the Game Boy Advance launch was obviously like the big thing, but we still have, the PlayStation was still kicking with Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare, Final Fantasy Chronicles. Was that good? I heard that was pretty good.
Yeah, Alone in the Dark is a very specific kind of thing, but if you're into it, they've all been really solid.
Nice. Final Fantasy Chronicles, that was the one that had Final Fantasy IV and Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, that one is awesome. Love that.
Yeah,
Final Fantasy IV is great, and it's a great version of Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, it's got really, really unfortunate loading times. Like, really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Like, you go into the menu and there's loading time. It's brutal, but it had those super awesome animated cutscenes. So, yeah, I played that a lot.
Kind of worth it. Like the trade-off it's kind of worth it.
Yeah, obviously now if you want those cutscenes, you play the DS version.
Right.
That's probably the best way to play it. Besides, I still think the Super Nintendo version's the best.
Sure.
Because the anime cutscenes are amazing, but a lot of the times they just repeat something that's going to happen in the game anyway. So either way, I love Chrono Trigger to death. Time Crisis Project Titan hit PlayStation. That was cool. They were still doing all those light gun games. Mm-hmm. And then over in the bargain bin, we had yet another Spec Ops game, Spec Ops Covert Assault.
Yep.
Dreamcast had a pretty decent month. Worms World Party came out. That's not a barn burner, but people like the old Worms games. They were fine. Yeah. Something called Stupid Invaders, which I avoided. I didn't think it looked very good.
I've heard of Stupid Invaders.
I've heard of it too, and now I don't know if it was actually any good. But the big one that month was Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
Which I don't like at all.
It is a very divisive Sonic game, right?
I mean, most Sonic fans love this game.
Do they? Okay.
I didn't...
See, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to Sonic.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
They remember when this came out, and I thought it looked really cool. And you know what it was that actually killed it? Besides the fact that I never finished the first Sonic Adventure because I just didn't think it was fun.
Right.
I played the demo for Sonic Adventure 2, and I thought it was really cool because the demo was the escaping from the city thing, and the music was really good, and you're running away from that big truck, and it was super cool.
Yeah.
I
have played all of that.
Well, let's sign me up for that. So then the game came out, and I bought the full game, and I'm playing the first level, and the music kicks in. I'm like, all right, I love this tune, except now it's got lyrics.
Ooh.
Rolling around at the speed of sound. Nope. Turned it right the fuck off. I am out. Do not sing that shit at me. No lie, stay tuned for the next episode of Waveback about Sonic Adventure 2.
Nice.
Yeah. The day after my birthday, we're recording Sonic Adventure 2. Oh my god.
It's so good.
And I'm doing it again because we recorded this episode like 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And then the audio was lost. And I was like, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're not just going to re-record it because we just had this conversation and it's going to sound weird. So we're going to wait like 2 years and then we're going to re-record it when we've forgotten everything we've listened to. So it'll be fine.
And indeed you did.
Yeah.
Well played.
So, that was a big game for the Dreamcast. People seemed to like it. Other people like me kind of didn't.
Kind of no.
Then you have the PlayStation 2. You had a not really playable port of Escape from Monkey Island, which most people consider to be the worst Monkey Island game.
Yeah, it's not great.
I've never played it. I will when I finally get my Monkey Island collection in the mail, though. Limited run games. The first NBA Street came out.
Oh, NBA Street is so good.
Yeah, these next three games, PlayStation 2, NBA Street, Twisted Metal Black, and Bloody Roar 3.
Oh, man.
Damn. For Sonic Adventure 2 on the Dreamcast, you can't stand up to Street, Twisted Metal, and Bloody Roar. First off, revival of Twisted Metal that looked like that good. That was awesome.
and had fucking one of the only Rolling Stone songs that I like. You remember the commercials with Paint It Black?
Oh my god, I forgot all about those.
So good. That game is so fun. It's really time for some more Twisted Metal, by the way.
It's past time for more Twisted Metal. I'm genuinely shocked that has not been a thing.
Was Twisted Metal Black the last one? I think it was.
There was like a sequel to that, Black 2 or something.
Was there?
That's, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong, but that's sounding familiar to me. I gotta look that up. Was there more Twisted Metal? Twisted Metal. I don't know why I sang that. That was weird.
I have a lady at work that sings everything. She just starts talking to everybody and she starts singing.
Okay, yeah. In 2005, we had Head On. Then we had Twisted Metal Head On Extra Twisted Edition in 2008.
Was that PSP or Vita?
Yeah, that was PS2.
PS2, okay.
And then you had
I don't remember those at all.
Oh yeah, a full-on remake, Twisted Metal 2012 for PlayStation 3.
No, I mean like a proper new, like, yeah, that's what we need.
Yeah, this. Well, I don't think this was a remake. It was a reboot. Twisted Metal was a new game that was like a reboot for the franchise. But then you also had in 2001 Twisted Metal Small Brawl, 2002 Twisted Metal Black Online, and then oh my goodness, there's a bunch of canceled ones. Twisted Metal Harbor City, Twisted Metal Apocalypse. I remember hearing about that one.
Yeah, that
was supposed to be in 2008. And then something for PS3, Twisted Metal Revolution. Huh. Wild. Anyway, so yeah, good times for PS2 owners, huh? Bloody Roar 3.
Bloody Roar 3. Bloody Roar's great.
Yeah.
These games are super fun. I'm going to transform into a bunny and kick the shit out of you. Just because.
Just cuz. Also, Alone in the Dark hit the Game Boy Color.
Oh.
As did Tomb Raider Curse of the Sword.
I do not know that one.
This is a Game Boy Color Tomb Raider game, huh?
I think I was fully out of Tomb Raider by that point.
Yeah,
like,
Tomb Raider
I don't ever want to see anything from this franchise again.
Tomb Raider
and I was wrong, but
had gone in some directions by that point. There was a
it had gone places.
There was a noticeable lack of quality in the Tomb Raider releases, but this Game Boy Color one's pretty rad. You should check out a video of it. It's a side scroller and it's ridiculously well animated. It looks like Rolling Thunder, honestly.
Really?
That's
I will check that out after I braid some salmon. That'll be next on the list.
Oh boy! So that's June 2001.
All right,
let's head back to June 1991. What was happening when I was turning 10? Boy, oh boy. This is weird.
Oh boy, 10-year-old Kris.
All right, so we've got the NES. Oh, this was good. Laser Invasion for NES. I've actually never played that one. It's a silver box Konami game that I'm like totally unfamiliar with.
Huh.
Obviously, I own it because, you know, I'm me.
Obviously.
But I got it later. But yeah, it's a silver box Konami game. And it is... I mean, it certainly sounds like a Konami game. I'm looking at a YouTube video of it now. I think is this a Zapper game? I think this is a Zapper game. Oh my god, It's a Zapper game.
Son of a bitch.
Huh. Okay. Laser Invasion.
All right.
I'm going to look into this one. Then we got Scat.
Oh, it's a good game.
It's
terrible
a good game.
Name.
Terrible name.
terrible name.
But that's a quality shooter game. That's available on your Nintendo Switch Online, I believe.
It is.
And well worth your time. Another solid arcade port that's, you know, pretty uncommon is a Rainbow Islands. I don't love this game to begin with, but it's a really good port.
Why do I know that game?
It's the Bubble Bobble sequel that's not Bubble Bobble 2.
Oh, yeah.
Rainbow Islands, The Story of Bubble Bobble Part 2.
Yeah.
It's decent, but the big news here is Battletoads. Battletoads in June of 1991. Battletoads is so freaking good, man.
So
and that game
impossible.
does not get the credit that it deserves. It really does.
It doesn't. It's man. Yeah, we got to do this beat 'em up mania.
Well, that's the thing. Everyone thinks that game's a beat 'em up, and level
It's
1
not.
is.
I know,
It's not.
I know.
It's all over the freaking map, and that's
But
the
you
thing.
would still put it in a beat 'em up, right? Wouldn't you put it in?
I mean, you
'cause
put
there's-
the arcade game in a beat 'em up, but I mean,
But there's
first level's a beat 'em up.
elements.
There are, but then there's but not even in every stage.
Yeah,
Like there's a bunch of stages that have no fighting in them at
No,
all.
that's-
Like the one
that's
where you're
fair.
climbing on the snakes and
Yeah.
stuff. Like it turns into like a straight side-scrolling action game more than a
Yeah.
beat 'em up in a couple of things. Like it's all over the map. The game's nuts.
yeah, that game's nuts. It
Amazing
really
soundtrack. Love me some David Wise.
is. Really good game. Really hard.
Let's see. Over on the Sega Genesis, a bunch of games came out on the Genesis. Wow. Yeah. All right. So you had Midnight Resistance, Phantasy
Okay.
Star 3. That's a big one.
That's a big one.
Twin Cobra. I know people like that one.
Yeah.
Shadow Dancer, the not quite Strider, but Strider game.
I thought that was Shinobi.
Oh my God. You're right. Shinobi. What's
Yeah,
the weird,
okay.
what's the weird Strider sequel? There's like Strider Returns.
Something like that.
I feel like there's some other weird Strider sequel, but I could be
That's
wrong.
I think that one's called not Shadow Dancer.
No, that's nailed it.
There was
it is.
Shadow Dancer was the Shinobi one, and then not Shadow Dancer.
Then
Strider.
there was Batman for the Sega Genesis.
Was that one fun? I don't remember that one. Was that it was movie based, right?
Yeah, and it was from Sunsoft too, but I don't think it's a port of the NES Sunsoft.
No, I think it's
Batman.
totally different.
Yeah, this is yeah, I remember not liking this game at
Okay.
all. It's slow. Yeah, I'm watching a little playthrough of it right now. It's
kind of plotting.
I think people liked this one probably mostly because it was a decent looking game and it had Batman during the Batman craze where the
Yeah.
movie was coming out. But I mean, I just think the NES game's a way better game. But
I mean,
the big one. Okay.
Before you go past it though, it cannot be understated that in 1991, if you put Michael Keaton Batman on something, it sold out,
Oh yeah,
and it didn't matter what it was.
Toilet paper.
It was hysteria.
That movie was
that
huge,
movie.
and I love that movie.
That movie's great. It's great. It's great. But it was just fucking everywhere. It was crazy.
It was crazy. But speaking of just fucking everywhere, in June of 1991 was when the original Sonic the Hedgehog came out.
Yeah, man. Is there any game that any company has released that is more important or has done more for that company than what Sonic did for Sega?
Donkey Kong for Nintendo?
I mean, but they had so many things coming out. Like, 'cause without Sonic, Sega is dead then.
Nintendo of America wasn't going to do anything. Like they radar scope and everything. Like they had to do something with those cabinets, or they were toast.
Yeah, I mean that I think is interesting.
Or Final Fantasy, even.
Ah, man, I don't know.
Square was on the verge, man, and then Final Fantasy put them back together.
That's an interesting podcast for another podcast.
That's a nice topic. Don't forget that one.
Yeah, I
But
will.
yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog. It's
already
pretty damn
gone.
important
I don't
game.
even know what we're talking about. Who? Who's Sonic? What?
Blue
I love their
Hedgehog.
cheeseburger.
Great
Good
guy.
milkshakes.
They got tater tots.
They do. You get tots with everything. You get breakfast all fucking day. Amazing. Love it, Sonic. Route 44, Ocean Water. It's a good fucking time. Shit, weird colors for a few days, but whatever. It's worth it.
Yeah, I like that game. I
do not.
Make no bones about the fact that I secretly liked that game when it came out. I was a diehard Nintendo nut, so I was like, no, Sega's bad, Sonic's stupid. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't love the game. I like it. It's a solid platformer, but it isn't as good as Super Mario World. Not even in the same league.
No, it's not. I don't like either of them.
I know you don't.
I dislike World less than I dislike Sonic. I don't know why, man. It's just something I can't quite put my finger on why I dislike Sonic games so much. But I really do. The only one I've liked is fucking Sonic Forces and Sonic Team Racing Transformed, or whatever that last one was. That one's cool. I like that game. But other than that, I've just never liked them. I don't like the faux attitude thing. I never liked that. You know,
you don't like you don't like snarky hedgehogs?
No, I'm not.
I thought everyone liked snarky hedgehogs.
Not big into snark. not a fan, really. That's why I didn't like Bubsy or any of that shit. I don't know. Just kind of phony snark thing.
He's so hip. He's so cool. He's with the trends.
He is setting the trends, blazing the trails, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know. And I know I'm super in the minority on that, too, but it's just never been for me.
Well, I mean, I feel bad for the TurboGrafx 16 at this point because, the NES still riding high with Battletoads, right?
Yeah,
NES
huge.
had a good month. Sega Genesis had a game-changing month. TurboGrafx 16 hit us with one release, TV Sports Basketball.
Nope. Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Poor TurboGrafx. Game Boy having a solid month. Not a bunch of amazing games, but a bunch of games. You got Bo Jackson, 2 games in 1.
Hey, man.
Bo Jackson was a thing, man. People cared about Bo Jackson.
That dude, man, fucking proved that you can't play 2 sports at the same time because you're gonna get hurt somewhere along the line. And boy, did he, man! For a minute, it was magical. It was amazing.
Bo knows.
Bo knows, man. Still got that fucking Score baseball card from back in the day. It's like you opening a pack of baseball cards, you pull out this black and white photo, fucking shirtless Bo Jackson in his football pads holding a bat behind him. It was like, that is a man. That is the coolest card I've ever seen. I will never be that tough.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Let's see. We also had Nintendo World Cup, Skate or Die, Tour de Thrash, Sword of Hope, and Sneaky Snakes, the unsuspecting sequel to Snake Rattle and Roll for NES.
Yeah.
It doesn't say it anywhere on it.
Snakes, right?
What's that?
You like Sneaky Snakes, don't you?
I liked it okay. It's a neat adaptation of Snake Rattle and Roll because it's side-scrolling instead of isometric. But it's a really interesting game, and it's weird because it's like, no, this is actually a sequel, a sequel to Snake Rattle and Roll, except it doesn't say it anywhere on the box. So you wouldn't know until you actually play the thing.
That's weird.
The Atari Lynx had a pair of releases, Robotron 2084 and Kix. Or Quix, however you pronounce it.
I think it's Kix.
How does Robotron work on Lynx? I wonder.
I don't know. We were talking about that game when we were going through the beat 'em ups. Katie was like, "Can we play Robotron?" And I was like, "How the fuck do you know about Robotron?" She was like, "I don't know. That smiley face. It's kind of cool." Like
the smiley face that's Berserk, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Which we then had a whole conversation about. But
Robotron's badass, though. How does this work on Lynx?
I don't know, because you gotta have the dual joysticks.
So I'm watching a YouTube video. It sounds the shit. Like these sound effects are arcade, damn near arcade perfect. And this guy is definitely like shooting in different directions than he's walking. How does this work?
Maybe you could do it. How many buttons did the Lynx have? Did it have 4 face buttons? Because you could kind of make it work that way.
You could definitely hold the Lynx in 2 different directions, but this is definitely being held sideways because I can tell by the shape of the screen.
Right.
I need to do some more looking into this because this is a nice looking port of Robotron.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Anyway, and Quix is Quix. I like that game, but it's not really set any trends here.
No.
Then you had the
really
Game Gear.
Blowing my skirt up, as it were.
Game Gear had Shinobi and Castle Evolution.
Solid month, man.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's
It
not bad
doesn't
at
stack
all.
up to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Game Boy had 5 releases.
Yeah.
And which isn't the Game Boy was definitely the front runner at that point, but Sega coming in swinging. This was right when the Sonic Revolution was happening.
Yeah.
And Game Gear rode those coattails as well because Sonic just put Sega more on the map. So
the importance of Sonic just cannot be understated.
Yeah, it was just absolutely huge. So that's June of 1991. So let's head back to the year I was born, June 1981.
Wait, it just came to me, Chris. I got it. Our annual Easter episode from now on is going to be video game saviors. It'll be like Sonic for Sega and fucking Final Fantasy. That won't offend anybody, right?
No.
Everybody will be cool with that?
Either that or Back from the Dead.
Oh, there you go. I like that even better.
Video game resurrections.
Yep, done. Sold. Blaspheming. Put it on the board.
We'll start every episode with the voice clip from Altered Beast. Rise from your grave. This is really where we need Evan. Like, we need Evan or Angie to be like producing while we're doing the show, because I feel like we need to start incorporating drops into the show. And there's the Chicago White Sox commentator, this guy named Hawk Harrelson. He's fucking great. When somebody for the White Sox hits a home run, his call is, "You can put it on the board, yes." And I feel like when we come up with an idea that good, somebody should play a Hawk Harrelson drop right there. Like, we can call it Back from the Dead. You can put it on the board. Like, that would have been amazing. Right there. Anyway. I mean, I'm in.
Yeah,
totally.
No, certainly.
I'm behind 110%.
More drops. That's what the kids like.
It is.
It's hip.
They told me.
No, they did. They sent me an
at the
email.
last meeting.
The fucking 13-year-old you were hanging out with was like, "By the way, for your podcast, more drops." Like, oh, thank you, child.
I felt a real kinship with that girl because she was like, she was my people. She was,
yeah, man.
She was far from the pulse. She seemed to be pretty far from the pulse of what, you know, the cool kids would think is cool. She's out there like, "What's your favorite Metroid game?" "Metroid Prime." "Okay, yeah, you're in. You're fine." In.
Yeah, those are our people, Chris.
Yeah. Good
the
times.
Dirty, unwashed masses.
So anyway, back in June 1981, I only found 2 notable releases. Well, technically 3 if you want to count me.
81. Oh, that was good. Well done.
Nailed it. Asteroids came out for the Atari 2600. I love Asteroids for 2600.
It's a pretty big stinking deal. Game's
it was,
fun.
Yeah. And that's a great port for 2600. I love Asteroids for 2600. In fact, that's my favorite version of Asteroids. I mean, the arcade version's phenomenal, but I didn't grow up with the arcade version. I grew up with the 2600 version.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was awesome. But all over in the arcades, you got Frogger.
Oh, man.
Yay. So I also grew up with the 2600 version of Frogger, and that will always hold a place in my heart, but I do love the arcade version of Frogger.
It's just so good.
It's really, really great. That was one of those things, like, the 2600 Asteroids has those, like, big colored asteroid blobs.
Yeah.
And very unique sounds. And then the arcade one is all vector graphics, which is super awesome. But there was just something about the 2600 one that I just think it puts it on equal footing in my personal opinion. I'm not going to say one's definitively better, but for me, the arcade one was just such a weirdly different experience. Whereas Frogger in the arcade was like the 2600 game, but better. Because it had all these more animations. The screen was vertically oriented, so like the play field was different. It was just better. It was so cool. I love Frogger Arcade.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah. But that's it.
All right.
That's all we got. I got an hour left of being 39. Then
nice.
So that's what
when your life is over.
That's it. Then I will be as old as I felt since I was 20.
And then you're going to feel so much worse. You're going to wake up tomorrow. You're going to need glasses. It's going to be terrible. You're going to need glasses for your glasses. You're like, oh, I can't even fucking see anymore.
My knee already doesn't work. You know?
Both of my knees are shit. I need a new shoulder.
My
hair fell out.
Creaking.
My ass is all droopy.
I'm already mostly bald. I have felt old since I was 20, so it's fine. It's all gonna be good. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna eat stupid amounts of stupid food. That's my plan. Sometime this week, I will go out to dinner to Red Lobster and have the ultimate feast, which is my annual tradition.
As it should be.
And,
fucking Cheddar Bay biscuits all day.
God, I'm so excited.
It's so
fucking
you know what's
biscuits,
fucked up?
man.
Like, this is the really shitty thing. I'm as chubby as I've always been, right? Which sucks. And, like, fuck all that noise. But I can't eat the way that I used to. Like, I don't lose any weight, but I certainly can't go out to a restaurant and be like, give me the biggest fucking steak you have. I can't eat that anymore. You know what I mean?
I do.
It's weird. Like, for Father's Day yesterday, we went to my Uncle Harvey's house, and he grilled up some really nice steaks that he got from the local butcher, and he cooked it perfectly. Like, I'm a medium rare kind of guy. Like, it needs to be pretty pink on the inside.
Yeah, mid rare is right where it belongs.
And it just, I mean, phenomenal. And he cooked 2 of them for me perfectly. Everybody else's he got to medium, but took these 2 off for me, and I got through like 1.5, and I was like, I just fucking can't do it anymore. And 10 years ago, I would have eaten 3 of them. Like, give me more. I can't do it anymore, man. Oh no.
Yeah, there's definitely some food that I can't take back quite the way that I used to. And again, yeah, I'm not getting any thinner. So
no, I don't know how people drink into their 40s. Like, I mean, I have a beer or 2, but like past the second beer, and I'm like, I just don't want any more. I just can't.
Yeah, I can't eat quite as much ice cream as I used to. It's a bummer.
I mean, depends on what it is. Ben & Jerry's coffee ice cream, or fucking, not even Ben & Jerry's. Who are we fucking kidding? Haagen-Dazs coffee ice cream. We'll put a pint of that shit down, no problem. But, man, I don't know. Getting old sucks, Chris.
Yep, but it's inevitable.
It is.
Fortunately, one of my favorite things to do is sit on my ass and play video games, so I'll just do more of that.
You've been practicing literally half your life for this.
At least half my life. Way more than half my life at this point. All right. That's our show.
The happiest of birthdays to you, friend.
Thank you very much.
It'll be a wonderful day filled with fucking video games and hot sex and all types of things. It'll be great.
I'm sure it'll be filled with all of those things.
Just, I mean, whatever you're into. I don't know.
Well, that's our show. Join us next week for our next Stone Age starter kit. This time we'll be looking at the Game Boy library. If you had just $100 to start a physical Game Boy library, which games would you choose? We'll answer that question and more.
Which 4 games would you choose?
How much is Mario's Picross?
It's so much.
We're on most social media platforms, and if you want to get in touch with us, we aren't very difficult to find. All it takes is a quick look at our show notes, and you'll see links to our social media accounts, as well as all manner of other fun stuff, like a link to our namesake, StoneAgeGamer.com, the Geekade Patreon, which helps keep this show running week after week, and more useful links than you can shake a joystick at. This show's theme song, Squared Roots, was written by Banjo Guy Ollie. You can learn all about his wonderful music and more by following the link to his YouTube channel, also in the show notes. And finally, as always, we'd also like to thank our intrepid editor, Evan, for making this show listenable for all you folks. We'd like to thank all you folks for listening in the first place. That is it. I'm going to go upstairs and probably fall asleep because I'm tired.
Not do anything fun, just be older.
Hey, you know what? Honestly, there's no way that I would rather spend the last hours of my 30s than sitting here talking video games with you.
Hey, man. It's a good time.
One of the highlights of my week. Thank you, sir.
Mine too, man. Mine too. Fucking love fest in here, which is getting kind of gross, but
all right, everybody. On that delightful note, on behalf of Dan and myself, keep playing games.
So it's been great this whole time, and now it's like it just
wow, again with that timing.
Just keeps kind of shitting out in the middle of conversations, which it apparently just did.
Wow, that is fucking amazing.
It did, like, right after the word "it just," and then it cut out.
Fuck, dude.
Somebody's listening in and pressing these comedically.
Yep, there it is again.
I hope so.
All right, script and commercials.
I mean, let's try. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm really unhappy about it.
Should we jump on Skype?
You could try. I mean,
Yeah, fucking put a link in the chat. Let's see if that does any
I don't even know. I don't even remember how to use Skype.
better.
What else did we use? You want to jump in the Discord? See if that works better?
Yeah, we can give that a shot. Fuck, man, I'm sorry. That's super annoying.
It's not your fault. It's the fucking internet's fault. Let's see. All right, so let's go to...
Well, no, but it was doing it last week as well, and like, it's not doing it upstairs.
It leveled out pretty... I mean, wait, did you wind up going upstairs last week? Because it did.
No.
It did level out pretty okay. Like, the editing wasn't much of a problem.
No, I know. I just... Give me a minute. We're trying something different. Fuck. All right. Do I even have Discord on this computer? I know I do. Just have to find it. Fuck me.
If you were here.
aw.
I'm a generous lover. All right, where's how do we do this? I want to start a voice chat with Dan. So let's go here, and I'm gonna go Evan.
So you're doing it because I'm going to stop then.
Dan. Hey, nope. Don't you do that. Hey. Man. Beta group doom. All right. Oh, there's some echoing going on here. I'm going to close the Google Meet. Okay, that's better. Hi. Wait, gotta adjust my settings in here. User settings.
All right, so can you hear me?
Voice and video. What the hell is that thing? Hey, there we go.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Whoa, that's funky.
What's the matter?
I mean, wow. Does it sound weird to you?
Are you talking to Evan or Dan?
It sounds like Dan. Okay.
I'm here.
Does that sound better?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could hear Chris fine before.
stable.
I couldn't hear Dan at all. So
Now Evan's not stable at all.
Yeah, now I don't hear Evan at all.
I hear you just though, Dan.
You hear me just fine? Well, good. Fuck Evan.
No, I lost Dan again.
We don't need him. I mean, I love Evan and would fuck Evan. That sounds great.
holy shit on a cracker.
Oh boy. I'm hearing like an echo of myself.
That's not normal.
Yeah, through Evan's line.
Evan?
All right, I'm gonna just lower my microphone connection just to see if there's any thing.
Yeah, something weird is going on with his input. Oh, it's probably his recording program.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, there's like a super
that
weird
one?
delay on your voice and then my voice.
I think Discord has like stuff in it that stops you from recording it.
Anything different now?
Does it?
Maybe we should try switching back to meat.
And
Yeah. All right. Hang up out of this.
Yeah, let's try meat again.
What?
All right. I just wanted Dan to come back into this chat because after you left, Dan sounded crystal smooth. But now Dan's not coming back.
What's weird is you both sound fine to me, and you're saying that I sound weird.
Now you sound perfect.
We were switching to meat. Are we switching to meat?
Wait, I think Evan's fixed now.
Yeah. Now I'm just being a dick.
Yeah, how dare you. All right, Dan, talk for like a little bit. Just
Fucking
monologue.
asshole.
Just monologue for a minute. Dan?
Yeah. No, I'm here. I thought you were talking to Evan.
No,
No,
he's talking
Dan.
to you. Monologue. You, Dan.
Monologue for a minute.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. I was born a poor black child.
Ooh.
I'm in a glass case of emotions. To be or not to be, that is the motherfucking question. I knew him, Horatio. He's fucking dead now. It's crazy. Shit happens. It's weird.
Well, I mean, that
Yeah.
didn't break up at all.
That sounds fine. Are you guys recording? Now start recording.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
It's about to all go to pot. Hold on.
All right, I'm recording now.
I am recording now.
41, 42. Yeah, 9 minutes 42 seconds. That's right. That's how long we've been dealing
Ooh.
with this.
There is like a steady noise in the background of this track, and I don't know why. Like a low. There, I can just see it. There's like a low hum almost. It looks like.
On what you're recording?
Yeah, I don't know if that's like a Discord thing or not.
I don't hear anything. Do you hear anything, Chris?
I don't hear anything, but if it's coming through on his recording, then
It's going to be a pain in the nuts later.
I mean, I can see it. It's not. It's not making a huge amount of waves, but I can see it. Like it's a very steady droning.
that's
it looks
weird.
like. Yeah, and I don't have any other programs running.
I don't hear anything on my end either. I wonder. Can you just do it? Do a playback. See if you can hear it on your recording.
Let me stop it
Yeah,
and
that's
then.
fine.
Yeah.
Is that all right, Evan?
Yep. We'll just restart. Or
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop recording too. No sense in wasting all that tape. No sense in wasting all that digital tape.
All right. I don't know. All right. I am recording. I couldn't really hear anything. Let me try again. And recording now. Yeah, it's still fucking there. I don't.
But you couldn't hear it, right?
No, I really couldn't. Like, I could hear a faint something, but
I will. I'll spend some time on it tomorrow. Just it is what it is, and we'll figure it out because I don't hear any hum on the master track. So worst case, I'll clean this up enough for it to be used if it is overt in your recording. So, Chris,
all right.
are you recording?
I'm wondering if because it's been so hot, if this is running a little loud. Maybe that might be it.
What is running a little hot?
My refrigerator. I have a little beer fridge out here.
Is it? Oh fuck! I can't believe I'm about to say this. Is your refrigerator actually running right now?
Yes, it's running.
Well, then you better run after it.
You want to go fucking catch it? You fucking piece of shit.
I hate both of you.
You got Prince Albert in the fucking can too? Do you? Woo. Yeah, I don't understand. I'm fucking losing my shit today, man.
Chris, did you start re-recording?
I stopped my recording. Okay. Holy fuck. All right, I am re-recording now.
Is your refrigerator actually running right now?
Like, is the fan kicked on? Is it running? Like,
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes. No, I know what you meant.
And damn it, Chris, what do you?
What?
There's so many messages coming through Discord right now. It's crazy. Who's Greg?
Anything with graphics and whatnot is beyond my skill.
All right, so are we okay here in Discord? Do we want to try to switch back to
No, do it. Let's get it.
Good evening and welcome to this week's episode of wait. Love you guys.
Love you.
Love you too. Enjoy your evening, sir.
Yay.
Let's talk about video games.
Let's do it.
Ooh, what did I just download? There it is. I went on a bit of a buying spree. All right, good evening and welcome to the Stone Age Gamer Podcast. I am Kris Randazzo, and joining me tonight is terrified amphibian Dan Ryan.
Now, joining you tonight is maybe intermittently Dan Ryan. Fuck.
Oh boy, this will be fun. It's the end of June, and it's the end of June and my 30s, which means it's once again time for the 10, 20, 30, 40. Prepare yourself for the turbo tunnel because the Stone Age Gamer Podcast starts now. Maybe.
It starts then.
It starts at some point.
In like 20. This is going to be a bitch to edit. I'm sorry. I don't fucking know. Trying. It's making me do that voice again. I don't fucking know, Chris. With the whirly gigs and the who's and the what's it's, I don't fucking understand it.
Hi, everyone. This is episode 364. It's the week of June 25th, 2021. Dan's having bizarre internet issues, which are sometimes, sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's not. We're going to see how tonight goes. So, Dan, how are you?
It's got fucking great, Chris. It couldn't be better. Everything's coming up Millhouse over here.
Glorious. Just glorious. So,
I mean, just sun is shining out of my ass. Literally right now, it is so bright in the Jose Canseco Executive Annex. I can barely even see.
Oh, boy. You need to get Comcast on the phone, man. They're way more. I couldn't even get through that one.
No, I was going to say, it's kind of fun. Ew. It's so weird because, like, we've been... There are literally no issues in the rest of the that I got like a month and a half ago has been great. And then this week it's been like, I don't know. I don't know if I want it anymore. I mean, I will, but every 10 seconds or so I'm going to go, maybe. No, all right. It's just a really strange, I don't understand, Chris.
I'm certain it's a coincidence, but we've been having some weird internet issues over here too. Like our solar thing communicates to like the home office or whatever via Wi-Fi. And they came by the house today and are like, yeah, we haven't been able to get a read on your house for like a week. And we've been having like weird internet issues around here. Like every now and then it's just, no, we're not doing that for you. Sorry. And I just chalked it up to Comcast being Comcast. But
no, that makes perfect sense.
Maybe there's something happening to the internet.
Aliens?
Maybe it's the 5G.
the microchips that are... Why are the coins sticking to my arm, Chris?
Oh, my goodness. Either that or it's the Verizon's trying to take you to the next level.
Oh, man, I hope that's what it is.
I knew that joke landed. I just had to wait for it.
I hope they're going to take me for a ride. Fuck me.
All right, well, we've got a pretty sizable 10, 20, 30, 40.
Oh, this is going to be a goddamn nightmare.
It really is.
Is it? I didn't even hear what you said. I heard we've got it a hit. Okay, do we? Sweet.
No, I was just agreeing with you that you said it was going to be a goddamn nightmare.
Oh, yeah, it is already. I don't even know if this is going to work.
This is not working at all.
No.
What do we do about this?
you keep talking, and I'm gonna go. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go onto Tiff's computer. You see, Evan typed in Facebook. Yeah. Oh my god! All right, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go work on Tiff's computer.
Let's jump into the Google Meet again.
Yeah, I'll go on.
I've historically had issues with anyway. So
yeah, I'm gonna go to Tiff's computer. You start up the Meet and send it back on fucking Facebook or whatever.
I think we can just use the same link. Yeah, we can use the same link.
Okay. All right. So I'll jump into that. I'll start record. I think I might have to download fucking Audacity on her computer.
The Audacity.
I hate everything. I'll talk to you in a minute. Evan, tell me what you want me to do with this recording. I don't even know. Do we want to start over?
No, we'll start over. Okay,
all right. I'm going to scrap this. Stopping recording. Fuck everyone. I hate everything.
Oh.
All right. I'll be back in a minute.
Are you there?
Sorry, I had mine on mute. Trying to keep up with that conversation hurt my head.
Oh God, me too.
Oy.
This is going well.
Happy birthday. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I want that.
What?
I'm just looking for ways to connect a 3DS to a television.
Interesting.
Oh my goodness, I am tired. Have you watched Loki yet?
Yes. Yes. Nothing matters.
Now I'm curious about all this Lady Loki business.
Oh, Loki has been a lady a couple of times.
I know, but I'm not sold that that's actually Lady Loki.
Oh,
nope.
What bothers me is I think she only has one horn.
Yeah, she is. I'm seeing a picture right now, which I didn't notice during the show, but it's definitely in this picture. She only has one horn.
I like it.
The prevailing theory is that it's actually Enchantress,
which is dope. All right, this seems to be good. Hold on one sec.
So both of you cut, right? What?
All right, so are we good? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can. You sound delightful.
All right, good. The only issue with this is that Dozer is going to bark.
Yeah.
And he barks like his fucking ass is on fire. So all right,
whatever.
Just okay. Let me start recording. I am recording. Let me see. Microphone USB. I am recording now. Ooh, and it's in stereo. Do you hate that? Do you not want it in stereo?
Doesn't matter to me. I want just a recording of you, Chris.
I'm still recording. So
you kept it going from 11. All right.
Yeah. Do you want me to stop and start again, or?
No, I thought I remember you said why waste that much digital tape? So
that was the last time.
This time though,
fuck that tape.
Wait, how long have you been recording for?
14 minutes and 25 seconds.
All right. Well, gentlemen, take two.
Take two.
I need access to go into my Google Drive. The fuck do I need access? Eat a dick. I do.
You're on a different computer.
You need access to that dick.
What? I'm requesting access on my own. I hate everything. I hate it all. I hate everything so much. Fuck. A duck. I don't need access on here. Let's look at it on my phone when we come to commercials. Let's fucking do this podcast. This is gonna be great.
Do the shit out of this
evening
podcast
again.
Oh my god! Did somebody just braid salmon?
What?
I just doing my usual, just scrolling through the Facebook feed, seeing if anything jumps out at me, and somebody took salmon and sliced it into like rectangular tubes and then braided it like a challah bread.
Ew! No. Nope.
This is not okay.
No.
Anyway, all right. Good evening and welcome to the Stone Age Gamer Podcast. I am still Kris Randazzo, and joining me tonight is Terrified Amphibian with a damn fine internet connection, Dan.